Hello, it's 9:30 on October 6, 2020. Welcome to the weather update. And yes, we're dealing with now major Hurricane Delta. It is a Category 4 hurricane now. Category 4 already, so it's undergone rapid strengthening. Even more than the models anticipated. It's absolutely crazy what's happening. We're gonna take a look at the latest public advisory on Hurricane Delta right now. So it's an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane heading toward the northeast coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, expected to bring a life-threatening storm surge and extreme winds. So as of 8 p.m., its location is 19.2 north, 84.5 west, about 180 miles east-southeast of Cozumel, Mexico. Maximum sustained winds are 145 miles an hour. That's right, 145 miles an hour. Moving west-northwest at 17 miles an hour. So at least it's moving at a decent rate of speed. Minimum central pressure is 956 millibars or 28.23 inches. And a hurricane warning is in effect from Tulum to Dislem, Mexico, and Cozumel. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Cuba province of Pinar del Rio, Isle of Youth, Punta Herrero to Tulum, Mexico, and Dislem to Progreso, Mexico. Hurricane warning as of 8 p.m., the hurricane force winds extend outward up to 30 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward to 105 miles from the center. This again is as of 8 p.m. So let's take a look at what it looks like on infrared, and this is a very healthy. Oh, what did I just do? I am really sorry about that. This is what it looks like here. This is Hurricane Delta. Maybe perhaps the strongest Greek-named hurricane, perhaps? I don't know. We'll see. You can see really decent amount of convection. It's not a huge storm. It's rather compact. Looks like Cuba's going to miss out on the worst of it. Looks like it's going to be this northeastern tip of Yucatan that's going to get hit hard. I don't know how inhabited these areas are. There may be some cities here. I'm not sure. And they're going to really face. They already dealt with Gamma and the rains it brought. Now they're going to be dealing with Hurricane Delta, and this is significant hurricane. Look at all that pink. You know that there's a good amount of convection there. So let's go, and I'm going to change this over to the visible. Oh, that's right. We can't. I want to change this over to the visible, but I don't know if we're going to be able to show you the daytime. Yeah, you can't really see the daytime too much in this. It's mostly the night. Yeah. I would have to. Can't really see the daytime too much, so we'll have to look at some of the other satellite imagery for this. Let's go to the graphic here from the Hurricane Center. Get that warning cone. So this is going to be a major hurricane right up until it makes landfall in Louisiana. It's going to brush. You can see where the hurricane warning is for that tip of the Yucatan, and then once it gets back, it might weaken just a little bit. I still think it's going to stay a major hurricane. It may go down to a Cat.4, but once it gets back over the Gulf again, it could increase again. So landfall in Mexico will be sometime tomorrow afternoon, I guess, early afternoon, probably late morning to early afternoon. Then it makes it over the Gulf, and then right now it looks like Friday would be the day it would impact Louisiana. And it looks like it's heading right for New Orleans, which is not good at all. Very disturbing to see that. So I want to look at some other satellite imagery. So let's go to the other satellite imagery that we have here that we can look at, and that is the GOES satellite image. Gulf of Mexico. Let's do this. And then we can get a better look. There it is, right there. So this is the non-colored image. From infrared. Now, if we go back a little bit, I want to show you what it was like during the day. So that's why I want to go back a little bit here. So this is what it looked like during the day. So you get to see as it's going from the visible to the infrared. You can see all the convection that is popping up. Doesn't really have an eye. Doesn't really have a well-defined eye. It's one thing the storm doesn't seem to have yet. It has not formed yet because it's continuously undergoing rapid strengthening. And this again is because those really warm water temperatures. You can also see a little smoke there. Also, if you look over here, you can see some smoke right over there as well from the fires out west. We're gonna go ahead and look at the MODIS as well on this as well. I mean, it's just you cannot keep up with how these storms are evolving. They're evolving so fast. They're evolving so fast the models can't keep up. I can't keep up. So this is again, this is Hurricane Delta right here. Yeah, I can see some smoke over here. This is probably, oh yeah, we may be dealing with some smoke tomorrow. It looks like there's some smoke off to the west that's lined up ahead of the cold front. And this is all from California, of course. I guess we'll go ahead and look at the models now. On the we'll first look at uh, the spaghetti model run. You can see it generally centering. It looks like it's moved a little further west of New Orleans. It might start, we're still a ways out. So to say this is going to hit New Orleans is kind of too early. But it could wind up going further west. It could wind up going further east. But anywhere along, I would say the Gulf Coast needs to really watch this closely. Uh, and we will go ahead also and look at the intensity guidance as well. This is the intensity guidance, and you can see the models are pretty much keeping it. A few are weakening it. A number of them are weakening it to a Cat.3 upon landfall, and some of them don't get it back up to a Cat.4. But the models have underestimated this thing, from the get-go. So keep that in mind. I think that may be better for the track than for the intensity. It's very hard to really get a pinpoint on the intensity of this thing. So let's go to the models now, and we'll go ahead and look at. We already went over the upper air in the last one, so I'm not even going to bother with the upper air on this, because you already know what the layout is. Nothing's really changed with that. We're going to focus on. Let's go to the. Is there one that's closer to the Gulf? I guess we've got Western Atlantic. I guess that's going to be the best one we can use. So you can see. Oh, what am I doing here? Here is, and again, this is more wrapped up than this model's even showing. All right, the models are behind the curve with this. So you can see the GFS takes it over. This is the GFS taking it over the tip of the Yucatan tomorrow morning, it looks like. And then it emerges back out of the Gulf, where it's going to strengthen a lot more. And it's really going to get wrapped up. And like I said, it looks like it's heading right for New Orleans. This is the GFS. This thing has a monster, and it has it making a landfall Friday night to Saturday. And this would be absolutely devastating for Louisiana. Absolutely devastating. It's going to be a major disaster. Another major disaster that we are facing here due to climate change. Though the media, again, is all focused on the virus, but we got another even worse thing going on with this planet. And we're going to go now to the... it's hard not to bring it up because this is... we were in the Greek names, and I can't ever remember a Greek-named storm being this strong impacting the United States. So here is the wind field. Kind of hard to see on here. But you can get an idea of again that wind field there, right there on the. This is the GFS. Okay, so we're gonna go and change this to the NAM. Oh, that's right. The NAM doesn't have this region. I think NAM cannot process this region, so we would have to actually change the regions. We'll go to the NAM and we'll change the region because let's see, the NAM doesn't have that region available. So. Let's see, you can see it's all grayed out. So we'd have to go to the south central United States for this. All right, which I don't even know if it's going to go far enough out. So let's go take a look at this. So let's see if this even goes far enough out. So this is the NAM. Oh yeah, this thing has it wrapped up real nice. So you can see it weakens a little bit after it crosses the Yucatan, but then it really gains its strength back in a big way. This thing could be a Cat.5. It has the potential to make a landfall as a Category 5 hurricane in Louisiana at this point. And there it is. It looks like it's making direct hit at New Orleans right there, and they're on the right side of the storm. So, and this would again be Friday evening that this thing would make the impact right there. That is unbelievable. Look at that. So that's the NAM. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the GF. We'll change this back to precip, by the way. Look at precip mode here. So this is what it looks like on the precip mode. Wow. That is a terrifying scenario right there. Absolutely terrifying. So let's go to the GFS now. In this same region now. So look at that thing. That thing is going to be real intense, really wrapped up. And if we go ahead and we change this to the wind here, that is, that is every bit of a Category 4, if not a Category 5 hurricane right there, bearing down on Louisiana and New Orleans. This storm, if it takes the track it does, and it has the intensity it does, like I said in the other update, this is going to wipe New Orleans off the map if it winds up hitting that. And I hope we learned from the last time with Katrina that everybody has got to get the hell out of New Orleans if this track verifies. Everybody. Nobody should be left in there because it's going to go underwater and it's going to be wiped off the map. Between the winds and the water, they're going to come in and just cause this devastation across this area. So that is the GFS model there on the winds. And now we're going to go ahead and look at the windy.com site. And this is, again, showing the euro. Let me just put this on wind gusts because this is more accurate here. So, yeah, even this is underestimating because the maximum sustained winds are 145 miles. Now, the models can't even keep up with it, which is scary. So, it does lose some of its strength, but you got to remember it's just going over the tip of the Yucatan. And I believe it's pretty flat. So, I'm thinking it's not really going to do much to the storm. Weaken it slightly, but I don't think it goes below a Cat 3. I think it maintains at least a Cat 3 strength. And then as it gets out over the water, here is the European again on the wind. And you can see this is Thursday, 2 p.m. It's like literally this whole area is just loaded with wind. Here's on Friday. Look at this thing. Look at that thing, all right? This is underestimating, all right? It's it's going to be stronger than this. And here's New Orleans right here. So let's see. It looks like it might take it a little west of New Orleans, and but New Orleans is going to be close enough to deal with some serious problems. If it takes this track, at least it's not a dead hit on New Orleans. This is the European again, being further west. If we switch to the GFS, you're going to see it's going to be further east. And that's going to be a problem here. And the GFS again, no, it's going to be stronger than that. I don't know why the GF, for whatever reason, why is it? That's wind gusts? No, that's not right at all. Let's go look at the NAM. I'm sure we'll have plenty of more models. So this is the NAM. Oh yeah, this is a much better resolution. That's as far as we got on the NAM. But look at that. Yeah, that's pretty threatening, and it looks like it's taking dead aim at New Orleans right there. So, a really concerning situation regarding this, and this is going to be a disaster for Mexico too, as well. I don't know how those areas are in the Yucatan, if they're populated or not. If they are, people need to get the hell out of there, because it's going to be a major disaster for Mexico, and then a major disaster for us. So yeah, this is not. This is a very bad situation that we're dealing with right now. So let's go look at the surface, so we get an idea of what's going to happen after this thing makes landfall. This is the GFS again. So it makes landfall, and then it's going to soak Louisiana, and it's going to stay. And then we have this high building in. So you'll notice we have a high building in that might wind up. It looks like it's going to keep us dry for the weekend, but then we'll get some of the remnants, perhaps Monday and Tuesday, from it. So yeah, we could get some of the remnants from Monday and Tuesday from it. So that will be bring us some rain. But yeah, wow, this is one hell of a disaster that's setting up right there. And again, it could be New Orleans, it could be further west, it could be. We can't be sure, but the models have been pretty consistent on the track. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So let's go to the temperatures, and we'll take a look at our weather. All right, now today, go ahead and go back to our weather. Today we had a few showers, very light showers in the morning, and then clouds slowly gave way to sun. And we did get up, and so let's see how warm it got today. So it got up to 70. Let's see what it hit in New Jersey. See what it got up to in New Jersey. Probably a lot warmer. 72. Okay. But we did have some sunny skies in the afternoon, so it was a nice afternoon, and we're mostly clear right now. But you'll notice that we have a wind advisory in effect now for our area. And, oh, no survey. There's a high wind watch for New England as well. So we've got this wind advisory, and this is going to be for Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. Sustained westerly winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts between 45 and 55. So another wind event, and this is again because it's a strong cold front, and we're going to have tightly packed isobars. So if you go ahead and we take a look at this, you'll see that you have a big pressure gradient. There's a pretty deep low up in southeastern Canada moving into Maine, and there's going to be a big gradient between that and a pretty strong high pressure system that's going to be building in. So that's going to cause these high winds for tomorrow, and we're going to be dealing with that pressure gradient even a little bit on Thursday, so it's going to be breezy, and then the pressure gradient relaxes a little more on Friday. The high moves offshore, and then we get the return flow. But still, I see some tight isobars there, so we still may be dealing with breezy conditions throughout. And this is a cold front that's going to be moving through. So if we go ahead and we look at the HRRR, which we'll use to take a look at the precipitation field, you'll see there's the front, but it's a very slight chance of rain with it, or thunderstorms that would mainly be to the north and the west. But there's always the possibility we could see a shower or thunderstorm. But right now, it doesn't really look all that impressive, and it looks like most of the activity is going to be off to the north and the east. You can see the arm where the front is right there. So let's go back to the GFS, and we will go ahead and look at the temperatures and the wind speeds. So tomorrow will be a warm one. It will probably be getting up into the low to mid 70s ahead of this front, and then the front moves through, and then we start cooling off. And by morning, Thursday morning, we're in the 40s, and we're only going to get up to the mid 60s on Thursday. And Friday, same deal, mid 60s, maybe a little warmer in New Jersey, maybe 70. But then you can see by the weekend we start warming up again with temperatures rising to the 70s. Oh, it looks kind of cool on Sunday. I wonder if that's precipitation or a backdoor front or something that has moved through. And then you can see that it looks like we're staying in the cool air, and the warmest tropical moisture stays off to the south. So it'd be kind of a chilly rain those days, I guess, if we wind up getting a rainy day out of it. But this is still a ways away, so we'll go ahead and look at the dew points. So dew points, slightly humid, but really not. You could see the wind barbs here, so you see the winds are going to mainly be from the west, not the south, so it won't be an LLJ type of situation. So you won't have that, humidity. And then dew points really just take a nosedive. We'll get that dry, cool air Thursday, Friday, and then things start heading back up again. You can see it looks like there's a high that builds in, and we're going to be on the fringe between that high and the stall frontal boundary where the remnants of Hurricane Delta will go. And then maybe we'll see some of that moisture, some of the humidity maybe get back into the area a little later on in the week. But again, that's ways out. So I will look at the winds on here as well on the GFS. You can see here the wind field for tomorrow. And we'll have some strong winds tomorrow. It'll be pretty breezy. Could be some isolated power outages, isolated problems from the wind. So let's get the skies. Alright, so start off with sun, and then the clouds come in with the front, the chance of showers, and then Thursday we should have a mostly sunny but breezy and chilly, kind of blustery day. Friday, same, still cool, but probably not quite as windy, still sunny. Here come the clouds, though. Here's Saturday, and we'll probably be dealing with plenty of clouds with that frontal boundary kind of hung up to the south as Delta would move along that frontal boundary right there. Let's look at the NAM. The remnants of Delta at this point. Go to the 18Z NAM. So NAM kind of shows it better because it's a higher resolution. See the clouds. We'll have some clouds, and then some breaks of sun, and then some clouds again with the front, and then here's Thursday. As far as Thursday goes, should be a mostly sunny day. A very nice day, although just chilly and windy, very fall-like. It'll feel like October for sure. We'll shift gears now, and we're going to go back to the Euro, and we're going to go to our area. And I shift gears. I mean, what am I saying? We're just going to look at the wind here because we want to look at the wind for tomorrow for our area. So these are the winds for tomorrow. Your wind gusts. It won't be anything that bad. It looks like it's going to be worse over New England, but I think the worst of it will probably be in the afternoon. We have the tightest gradient. So wind gusts into the 30s. I don't think the wind will be as bad as the last wind event we had. It looks like it's worse over New England as far as the wind goes. It's just going to be isolated wind damage. Just keep that in mind. And then you still see it's breezy on Thursday. So, like I say, we're going to be watching Hurricane Delta, and I'll keep you posted on this. Obviously, there'll be other videos in addition to the regular weather update. If anything changes with Delta, but right now, it is continuing on its march toward brush with the Yucatan and then an impact somewhere along the Gulf Coast. And right now, again, according to the Hurricane Center, it looks like Louisiana is in the crosshairs. So that is going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.